Hey guys, I'm Greg. Welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer is one that I've done a year or so ago, and I had actually kept that beer in the fridge for quite a while. Uh, this is 21st Amendment's Lower the Boom, and it is a barley wine, guys. It's a big barley wine at 11.5%, and it's in a little tiny can here. This is only an 8.4 fluid ounce can, little tiny can, little skinny can. And the can on date on this one is December the 17th of 2015. And one of my subscribers dropped this off to me, a local fella, Dale, and he showed up with this one and another beer, and I won't reveal the other beer. Yeah, I will. I'll go ahead and tell you. He brought me another one of the Stone Woot Stouts. That was a really tasty beer when I reviewed it, and I actually stuck that one into the closet. I don't know when I'll review that. That is a monster beer, and it cellars very well. So I put that one into the closet and may do that sometime here. What I'm thinking about doing, I have one from several years ago. I may do a vertical of the Woot Stouts. One is several years old, and the one that he brought me, which is the previous, the latest edition of the Woot Stout. But this is Lower the Boom from 21st Amendment Barleywine style ale. The only drawback to this is this little tiny can, and this is not a cheap beer, guys. This is a fairly pricey beer. 11.5% barley wine in a little teeny can. I'm not a fan of the little teeny cans like this, guys. Give me the bigger can. If you're going to charge me $10 for this little tiny can, I'm probably not going to purchase it. And when I did the review the last time I did it, or the first time I did it, I made that statement that I probably would not buy it again, and I have not. But he showed up with it, and then I said, well, I'll probably re-review it since it's been a year or so, and it was a 2013 edition, and this is a 2015 edition. I'd actually aged that one for a year or so, where I've only had this one about a month or so. So let's see if the aging of the last one compares to the freshness of this one. See if it's more boozy or whatever. It was a tasty beer, but it was a pricey beer for it in a small package. So IBUs, it says here, are 92, so a lot of hot bitterness to go with this big, sweet, malty barley wine. Deep mahogany color, rich malt candied rock sugar flavors with sweet burnt currant and fig aromas. Its strong alcohol content is tempered by clean bitterness and complex flavors. This barley wine is named for Cornelius de Boom, the San Francisco Belgian consulate general, 1850 to 1851, and surprising the name of the alley alongside the 21st Amendment on 2nd Street. Didn't have to look far to get that name for that one, did they? Alright guys, the food pairings for this one, it says cheese is sharp blue, cheddar union, your stronger cheeses Gorgonzola Limburger, and glassware is pint backer, not a tumbler mug, snifter, easy for me to say. And it says here it can be sold for long periods under the proper conditions. I would not doubt that being 11.5%. So, tiny little can. I mean, there's only about 2 swallows in this thing for this guy. So let's get it into the glass. And this little thing won't fill this glass up. So let's go right down the center with this puppy. And that's all she wrote. Half a glass. That's the biggest reason I probably would not buy this. Or buy this again, because it's such a tiny little can and it's not a cheap beer. It's an expensive beer. You can buy a beer just as good as this in a barley wine in a bomber for what this costs. You can get 8.4 fluid ounces, or you can get 22 and still be just as tasty. That's the only fuss I got about this. I don't know why. When I did some Flying Dog beers many years ago, probably 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years ago, and they were putting them in a little 7-ounce bottle. And I burnt their ass up over that, and that didn't last long, and the 7-ounce bottle disappeared. Don't think I had any effect on that. They probably got a lot of disgruntled customers saying, why are you putting these bottles in these little tiny bottles and charging an enormous price? That's the only fuss I got about this one, guys. It's in too small of a can for what it costs. If you're going to put it in 8.4 fluid ounces, this can ought to be $1, $1.50. Even though it's 11.4%, 11.5%, you still shouldn't have to pay $10 for 8.4 fluid ounces. It's good, but what I remember, it wasn't that good not to justify that price. But I didn't buy this one. Dale brought it to me, so let's see what it brings to the table here in 2016. Let's get a nose on it. As I flapped my gums, the head dissipated. There's absolutely none, and as you can see, it just barely fills a sobbing beer glass to halfway. Very sweet. Plums, dates, candied sugar, molasses. Oh, such a sweet, almost smells like perfume, it's so sweet. Wow, wonderful aroma. Very nice aroma. I'm getting more of a sweet fruitiness to this beer. A candied sweetness. Smells like a dessert. Let's give it a taste. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Dale. Thank you, sir. Yeah, that's tasty. And basically, maybe you would buy this as a dessert. Pour this in a glass after your dinner. And say, this is my sweet fig or candied plum dessert. Because you're not going to get much. This damn tablet's about to aggravate the hell out of me. That is very nice. That is very nice. But I'm not going to say it. Small can, big ABV, pricey can, very nice taste. Let's let it warm up and see where it ends up, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sitting on it about 35, 45 minutes or so. Very tasty beer, guys. It is a very nice, very pleasantly sweet candied sugar, maybe some molasses in there, dark cherries. It's delicious. It is delicious. Just don't like that little teeny can for what you got to pay for it. Very nice sweetness on the back of this beer. A dessert beer, if you will. This would be a nice sugary plum dessert after you had your meal. And then with a little teeny can, you wouldn't want to have too much dessert, if you know where I'm going with that. But for a barley wine, there are a lot of tasty barley wines out there that you can get your money's worth. But it is 11.5%, but I can't see why they would price this beer. Well, and I said $10. I don't know what Dale paid for this. Dale, you may post in the comments if you bought a 4-pack of these or what. But from what I recollect when I bought the first one a couple years ago, it wasn't a cheap beer, especially for the size can. And I did quite a few of the 21st Amendment brewery beers at that time. I don't buy a lot of them now because I've already reviewed most of the stuff that they do. But this one is pleasant. It's very tasty, guys. It's a very nice dessert beer, if you will. Bottle chug. Very tasty, guys. I do think this is an A beer. Other than the price, it is a beer that you can pick up and sip or share. If you want to give everybody a sip, tiny can. Did I say that? I think I did. It's a very small can and kind of pricey from what I remember. Like I said, Dale, you might want to put in the comments what you paid for if you bought one of these or bought a 4-pack of these. I remember it being a little expensive. Guys, I'm gonna give this I'm gonna give it the 8. I think I gave it the 8 the last time too. It's an A- beer. It's got the date on the can, got the ABV on the can, got the IBUs on the can. It's got all the information you need on the can. It's just got a tiny can. It needs to be a 12-ounce can, guys. It does. It's not that super impressive that it needs to be in an 8.4-ounce can. That's my only fuss. Over to Beer Advocate, they say 85 in a very good range, and over to Great Beer, they say 91 overall, 60 in the style. So we got an 85, we got a 90, a 91, and that's about where I would put it, a 91. So I'm more in agreement with what Great Beer is saying on this. I think it's a little bit better than an 85 beer, unless some people were put off by how much this beer costs. So you gotta weigh what you're getting, the bang for your buck here on these type of beer, guys. You can buy this beer at 8.4 fluid ounces, or you can buy a 22 ounce, a 12 ounce, or a 22 ounce bottle, and get pretty much the same bang for your buck. So, but it is tasty. I did enjoy it. So Dale, thanks for bringing it by and let me re-review this. This is the Lower de Boom from 21st Amendment re-review for 2016. So if you've had this one for them, let me know what you think, guys. And come on back tomorrow. Let's see what we dig out of the fridge tomorrow. See you then.